everyone! What is good? Welcome back to the channel. This is Silver Hyena, and for today's video, I actually have something a little bit different. This video is something special. This will be my first video collaboration on YouTube. Forgive me, I don't really have much of a budget. That's what you're gonna get. Anyways, this collaboration is with the always wonderful Weblight Dreams. I'll have a link to her channel in the description below, and I'll have her Instagram up on the screen right now, so be sure to go and follow that. It would mean the world to both of us. So be sure to check out her content. She does everything from art hauls to product reviews to art challenges. Be amazing and show Weblight Dreams some love. Anyways, what this challenge consists of, we'll be using some scholastic quality art supplies, and we're gonna see who draws it better. The theme for today's video is cats. So my weapons of choice are Crayola Erasable colored pencils, Crayola Twistable Crayons, and the Crayola Silly Scents markers. So I have not used, aside from this sketchbook, I have not used any of these supplies, so we'll see how that turns out. Anyways, I know what you're probably thinking when you saw these. If you saw my previous video, I did a haul video where I showed these off and I mentioned huffing markers. Well, since that's kind of their whole gimmick, you're gonna enjoy this, I hope. Okay, so the moment you've probably all been waiting for your entire lives, or at least the last 5 minutes. Anyways, here goes. What has my life come to that I am doing this? Okay, so here they are. They were at least kind enough to separate them. So you've got the actual nice ones, and then you've got the not so nice ones. So because I'm a chicken, I'm just gonna go for the sweet ones first. I figure that it's like, I have to clean out my cat's litter box every single day, so I'm pretty sure that nothing in there will compare to what is in that. But I'm pretty sure that listening to me talk about my cat's litter box, no. But you all probably want me to start doing all the nasty ones, though, I bet. You want me to sniff those? Okay, so they look like a standard Crayola marker. You've got they've got Silly Scents clearly written across them, so that does smell a little bit like, oh, okay, it says it's strawberry, but I smell orange. Okay, well, maybe that one is more strawberry. Kind of smell like orange. Okay, so this blue one, blueberry. That one, it doesn't really have all that much of a scent to it. Okay, so I'll do one more of these. Oh, how about pink? Pink has to be good. This one, oh, watermelon. Okay, I've got high hopes for this one. I love watermelon. Ooh, that one actually is really nice. That one actually does smell like watermelon. Okay, well, the one you've all been waiting for, and quite honestly, I've been dreading. Come on, I am huffing Silly Scent markers for you. The least you can do is leave a like on this video, okay? Okay, so rotten fruit. Okay, I work at a grocery store, so I have smelled rotten fruit. I have accidentally put my hand in some stuff that you feel like you need to take a shower afterwards. So, well, let's see. Okay, well, it's definitely not pleasant. It's not like Sharpie unpleasant, but yeah, that Okay, yeah, that has some fume to it. Okay, yeah, I'm limiting this one to 2. Sorry, but... Okay, this one is smoke. Okay, that actually really does smell like smoke. Not quite the same effects as smoke. I mean, like, at the time of my recording this yesterday, there were a whole bunch of fires springing up all over the place. I mean, there was just this haze of smoke all over the place. And I probably became a little bit desensitized to the smell because of that. But that marker, oh yeah. Yeah, okay, so that's it for that. So back to your regularly scheduled artwork. Alrighty, now that that is done, it is time to swatch out my chosen supplies and then figure out what exactly I'm gonna draw. So let's just cut to the chase. Okay, the swatches are done. I am just curious to see... Oh, it didn't bleed through, although it is still buckling the paper, the marker. Well, these are water-based markers, so what do you expect? This is, however, mixed media paper, so luckily it's holding up so far, but I just can't go too crazy with the markers, apparently. Anyways, I'm pretty fond of the crayons, actually. I mean, they're pretty much regular Crayola crayons. They just twist. However, though, since they are so blunt, getting in fine details with them is going to be tricky. And of course, the markers, they're the thicker tip, so yeah, now I just gotta figure out what exactly I'm gonna do. The color pencils, I'm very pleased with how cleanly it erased, and the colors went down nicely. So, now I just need to figure out what exactly I'm gonna do with all of these colors. Give me a minute, or 30, while I think of something. Now, I met Weblight Dreams after she posted a few nice comments on my videos when I first started on YouTube, and when I was like a wide-eyed nervous fawn in the headlights of a car. Then I grew curious, began watching her videos, left some nice friendly comments of my own, and eventually we just began chatting. This collaboration was her idea, actually. And I'll be honest, I'm a mix of, yes, first ever YouTube collaboration! Whoop whoop, yeah! And, how do we do this? What do we do? So Weblight Dream chose the challenge, Crayola school supplies, and as we were chatting, I asked what the theme was before either one of us began filming. That's when she said, "Oh, I was hoping that you'd suggest something." The first thing that came to my mind was cats. Not only do cats rule the internet, but it's a versatile subject. And with autumn and Halloween coming around the corner, that's kind of where this design sprang up. Topaz! Got anything you want to say? Please excuse my very dirty floor. Anything you want to say before... Come on. I was getting ready to resume filming again, and Topaz would not be quiet, so I assumed that she had something that she wanted to say to all of you wonderful viewers. Alright, kitty, anything you care to mention? Anything? Anything you want to tell YouTube? Okay, feline intermission is over. Okay, so now that we have played around with the cat for a bit, I've been doing a few color tests, and some things like the black crayon goes over the gray marker okay, but not really so much over the purple. I've been trying to think of ways on how to shade the cat, because when I drew this I wasn't exactly thinking I might not exactly have the darkest pigmented black around. Yeah, so there's that. But I'm gonna make what I have work, one way or another. Plus I also figure that, you know, even if this doesn't quite turn out the way I envisioned it, I'll have the line art. I can always do it again. So with that in mind, I am going to carry onward. I'm waiting to see if Topaz has anything more to add. Anybody who has a cat knows they can be terribly judgmental. Okay, so it is time to get started. Oh geez, cat, her fur gets everywhere. I'm telling you. So the first thing I'd like to mention, these supplies were not easy to use together. When I was putting down the first layer of markers, I was thinking, okay, yeah, this is cool. But the pigment in the Crayola colored pencils and the Erasable colored pencils, I should specify, isn't exactly very strong. So the markers overpowered them. Luckily, of all things, the purple marker was really the MVP of this entire piece. Long and short of it, I think these erasable color pencils would be better if used in conjunction with ink or better quality colored pencils. But I was trying to keep to the challenge. No cheating, none of my beloved Faber-Castells or Microns. Now the crayons. During the swatching, I didn't really notice all that much, but while using them in the illustration, I couldn't help but get some crazy art flashbacks. Let me elaborate. Crazy art crayons were not that great. Terribly waxy, crumbly, and very hard to layer. But the Crayola Twistable Crayons remind me a lot of the Crazy Art crayons. Mostly the waxy texture and difficulty building layers. Thankfully, the Crayola Twistables were not crumbly, so that's a plus. However, the whole twistable thing, it just seems like a gimmick. I'd recommend just the regular old humdrum Crayola crayons over this gimmick any day. Also, I'm not particularly fond of the fat tips. It makes it difficult to do any fine details. But dang it, I tried my darndest. Despite the difficulty I had while creating this piece, I am glad that I did it and I never gave into the temptation of using supplies outside of the challenge guidelines. On a quick side note, I absolutely love this design. I've brought this particular sketchbook out on the channel before, but this is the first time I used markers on this paper. Overall, as far as mixed media paper goes, this one is probably the weakest I've ever used. Just really a few steps above sketch paper, to be completely honest. But it was also only about $7 when I purchased it originally, so there's that. So, what I liked about these supplies? Well, the watermelon marker actually did smell pretty nice. And the erasable color pencils didn't leave a smear when erased, unlike Crazy Art's erasable colored pencils. Other than that, I don't think that I, in good consciousness, could really recommend either the Twistable Crayons or the Silly Scent markers. So, the Crayola erasable colored pencils. These are okay. Not stellar, but usable and a nice inexpensive option. Although I would still recommend the Prismacolor Color Erase colored pencils as far as erasable colored pencils go. Yes, I know I gripe about regular Prismacolor pencils all the time. However, their color erase colored pencils are actually pretty dang good. My overall ratings, the colored pencils, I'd give them a 6.5. Easy to use, erases cleanly, but there is a waxy texture and the pigment is kind of wimpy. The markers, 4 for the sweet scents, 2 for the stinky. Even some of the supposed sweet scents were not all that pleasant. The stinky were not fun to use. Just no. I did not like them at all. Twistables, maybe a 3.5 if I'm feeling generous. Heavily waxy texture, very cheap feeling, which is ironic considering that a pack of 24 regular Crayola crayons cost less than these and are better quality. Now remember, these are just my opinions. If you've ever used any of the supplies I'm using in this video, post below. I'd like to hear your stories. Okay, first off, I want to say, okay, this is finished, but I just realized that I kind of neglected these because, well, truth be told, I really didn't want to use the stinky ones because I really don't like them all that much. So, I'm gonna just hold my breath while I use them. So that way, hey, I used them! And I kind of need to give these lines some more definition. So, there we go. Okay, what is this? Dirty potatoes. Yeah, it sure smells like it. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure if this is from the smoke outside or if the smell really is bothering me, but yeah. Okay, and I suppose I should probably use one of the other ones. Let's see here. This one is pickle. Here. There we go. I used some of the stinky ones. You're welcome. Anyways, here is the finished product, and while I love the design, okay, these crayons, they are very, very waxy, and they were not easy to work with. Overall, the paper held up, although these markers, I did get a little bit of a mark on the other side of the paper, so, and this isn't exactly the thickest mixed media paper either, so there's that. Anyways, I know I keep saying that a lot. My train of thought constantly derailed. Anyways, yeah, there I go again. Be sure to visit Weblight Dreams channel, and I will have a link to her channel and her video in the description below, and you, the viewer, can decide who used it better. So be sure to check her out, because she's awesome. Like, right now, go do that. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and leave a like on the video, because that would be awesome. Anyways, post below, have you used any of these art supplies before? And if so, what do you think? Overall, aside from maybe the color pencils, because they're erasable and they're a little bit less waxy than the crazy art ones, I'm not too keen to use either one of these supplies again. The twistable crayons or the silly scent markers. Overall, I've come to the conclusion that they're gimmicks. That's about it. They're gimmicks. And especially the stinky scent ones, they are, like, at least to me, they are very unpleasant to use. And even the supposed sweet ones, some of them I was still going, oh my, ugh, no, just no. So, yeah, the silly scent markers, just a gimmick. The twistable crayons, just a gimmick. But I'm glad I used them so I could figure that out for myself. So that is all the time we have for today's video. And with that being said, stay creative, everybody. Bye!